Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Monday, June 3rd, and we are continuing this study of the prophecies about Jesus. I'm starting to skip around a little bit. There are so many prophecies. There are literally hundreds, and I'm already starting to hear the Holy Spirit start to talk about other topics. So I'm kind of skimming through this, but if you go to gotquestions.org, that is where I'm getting my information. And if you just type in places, Bible prophecies about Jesus and where it was fulfilled, you will see this table come right up, and you can look at it more deeply if you want more information. So the next one we're looking at is where Moses promised another prophet like him would come. And of course, Jesus is that prophet. And we see that the initial prophecy is in Deuteronomy 18, verses 15 to 22. And this is Moses talking. The Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from among you, from your brothers. It is to him you shall listen. So he's already saying he's got more glory. He's the one you've got to listen to. Just as you desired of the Lord your God at Horeb on the day of the assembly, when you said, let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, or see this great fire anymore, lest I die. And the Lord said to me, they are right in what they have spoken. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their brothers. And I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I commanded him. And whoever will not listen to my words that he shall speak in my name, I myself will require it of him. But the prophet who presumes to speak a word in my name that I have not commanded him to speak, or who speaks in the name of other gods, the same prophet shall die. And if you say in your heart, how may we know that the word that the Lord has not spoken? When a prophet speaks in the name of the Lord, if the word does not come to pass or come true, that is a word that the Lord has not spoken. The prophet has spoken it presumptuously. You need not be afraid of him. So then we get to the Gospels. And in the Gospels, there are many places where Jesus is called a prophet. In Matthew 21, verses 10 to 11, it says, and when he entered Jerusalem, the whole city was stirred up, saying, who is this? And the crowd said, this is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee. And they're saying the prophet. It's not saying he's just some random prophet. He is the prophet. In Luke 7:16, fear seized them all, and they glorified God, saying, a great prophet has risen among us, and God has visited his people. In Luke 24:19, it says, and he said to them, what things? And they said to him, concerning Jesus of Nazareth, a man who was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before God and all the people. So they're recognizing his might, recognizing that he was worthy. In John 6:14, when the people saw the sign that he had done, they said, this is indeed the prophet who is to come into the world. They're referring to that prophet that Moses talked about way back then. In John 7:40, it says, when they heard these words, some of the people said, this really is the prophet. He's not just some random prophet that fits in with all the other prophets. He is way above, because he is fully God and fully human. And because of that, he is God's son. He was there at creation. He is eternal. He's the prophet that was promised back in Deuteronomy. And Jesus fulfilled that. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.